Hey friends, my name is Gabrielle, welcome to FrumiousReads, and I have a book review for you guys today. Unfortunately, this is one that I could not try and do with my Funko Pops just because it would be really difficult to try and do, so I'm reverting back to my traditional way of reviewing books, which I kind of like better. The Funko Pops were cool, but I felt a little bit distant. I was sent this book to review by blogadda.com, and it is 6 Degrees Game of Blogs. Now, this is a different type of book for me to review because it's not just one story. This is a collection of 3 different stories that were written by teams as part of a contest on blogadda.com. This was a competition that around 300 people took part of, and there were about 30 teams all together, all from bloggers from across India. How it works was that each team was given a set list of characters and the character traits, and what they had to do was write a story including those characters. So what's nice is even though each story is about the same characters, they're all just put into completely different situations and are written from a different perspective each time. So I thought this was just really cool, and I was really excited to be sent this book for review. Now, first things first, let's talk about the positives. One of the positives was that because there were so many different people taking part, there were so many teams that were competing in this, that there was very little crossover between the stories. Each plot that you read of the 3 stories in this book are very original and different from each other, so it's not like you're reading the same entry over and over again. Another thing that I liked was just the general creativity behind the entire process. You know, it's so hard to co-write with other people. The fact that these final 30 people were able to come together and finish their story and still have it be something coherent, like, I thought that was really impressive. So overall, the overall plots of each story, I'm not going to go into it too much. I will say that there were obviously certain stories I liked better than others. There were certain times where I felt like the writing was better, and you could kind of tell when a writer switched or a certain person was taking over a certain character. One of the negative things that I have to say is even with all the people who collaborated on this, it does feel a little bit under-edited. There are certain parts where you could tell that the phrasing isn't quite right, and it was just too jumpy from one writer's flow into another writer's flow, and that can kind of throw you off sometimes. Each of the 5 characters were very interesting to read from, and that in each story they were still very diverse, but at the same time it can get kind of confusing because if you take a break from reading this book, you can pick up at a different part of it and then realize that this is not the same part that you were reading in the other story, even though that they're the same names. So it can be a little bit hard to keep plot lines straight in your head if you don't read this all kind of at once, or if you kind of put it down and pick it up, that kind of thing. Overall, I thought I would give this book about 3 out of 5 stars just because it was a really good read. I thought it was really great, the concept behind it, having this competition together where people can bring forth a novel, and I think it's really great that this was kind of the first ever type of competition done like this that was run through blogadda. I mean, when you have so many writers, it's going to be hard to keep the same flow overall, so that was kind of an expected sort of flaw. You guys should definitely check out this website because I think they do a lot of really cool publishing and just general creative prompts and ideas like this, so I will leave their link in the description below, and I feel like it was definitely a really interesting one to read. If you guys haven't seen my last video, then make sure you stick around because it will be playing right after this. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, then make sure you do because I upload bookish videos twice a week. But that's all I have for you guys today, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. And okay, bye. My background has been getting progressively more Halloween themed, and I feel like it's time to bring back a tag that I created myself last Halloween and am going to do again this year. This is the trick or treat tag.